And just to welcome everybody this afternoon on a lovely sunny afternoon. And Elizabeth Whelan is my name. I have a company called Zestivo. And Zestivo means zest for life. And that's what I try and do, is give people practical tools to help get zest into their life. Not only into their life, but into their minds and into their bodies. So I believe by living more mindfully, when we're more mindful of how we are in our minds and bodies and in our daily habits, our actions, our attitudes, that our life can change. So as you know, today's topic is stress awareness. And we know, with all that has been going on, stress levels have definitely heightened. So it's wonderful that we have a month where we can become aware of our stressors, because as a coach, as a life coach, as a business coach, I say that once we have an awareness of what's going on, that's our first step in change. So I love the fact that it's called stress awareness, because that's your first step in changing anything in your life, is to have the awareness that things need to change. So stress and anxiety are linked together. And, that can bring on many, many other words that we can use in relation to this condition that we feel in our body, in our mind, and then it exasperates into our life. And stress, what is stress and anxiety? So stress is your mind's or body's response or reaction to a real or an imagined. We can get stressed by imagining something's going to happen, or we can picture these things, especially late at night or in the middle of the night. If you're not sleeping well, you wake up and you start thinking these thoughts that are actually not true at all. This little gremlin inside starts telling us all these stories. So it can be an imagined threat, event, or change that's occurring in your life or in your body, as we say. And then it's linked to anxiety. And sometimes anxiety leads to the stress. But it's a person's specific reaction to stress. And it's usually internal in origin. So it is that little voice that's going on in there, that monkey brain that some people call it. I call it my gremlin. That's in there with this little all the time going on and on and on. So here we have, to control it. We have different types of stresses that can cause these conditions. So we have a lot of external things that can happen, things that happen around us, that will affect how we are in any given moment. And then we have those internal ones that I spoke about already. And then on top of that, we add more to it with expectations, with demands, with assumptions, with fears. Fears are huge at the moment. And when we're very fearful, the fear is carried in our kidneys. Each of our organs in our body carries an emotion, and fear is carried in our kidneys. And it's really rooted inside. And fear is a huge thing, particularly for women. We all feel fear, yes, but for women particularly, we have an issue with safety always, because our ancestors back way through the times when we were cave women and cavemen, we know that safety was a huge issue for women, because the caveman was the hunter protector and he went off for the food. So he would leave the camp and leave the woman here in the camp with the children and with everything to look after. So we had fear within our DNA all of the time. And that has carried through our ancestors into people today, into our very essence. So particularly for women, fear and safety is a huge issue for us. So we have to take a handle of that. Also anger, we carry anger in our liver. So if you find you have a day where you're very angry, or you bite your tongue is almost like it's too big for your mouth, it's a sign that your liver is swollen. Your liver is on your right-hand side. It's the largest living organ we have. So if you feel you're very angry any day, give it a good tap. First thing in the morning is wonderful. You can tap 7 times, the body responds to 7 times. But that's a way of dealing with anger and fear as well, So we also have workplace stress. And particularly now, with people feel they're working at home, but they're even more stressed because they sense this feeling that they need to work harder. They might lose their job. But it's a harmful physical response which occurs between our job's demands and the amount of control we have over those demands. And they too can instill an external and an internal consequence of stress. So they can put awful pressures on us from the outside in, but also from our feelings within our own bodies, within our own minds. That leads to all these emotions that occur within our bodies and our minds. Emotions come after a thought, And I'll talk more about that. So when you have this stress or anxiety occurring, chemicals are released within seconds from the brain. And within seconds, they go down right through the center line of your body and go into every aspect of your body, affecting your muscles, your tissues, your tendons, your bones, affecting everything in your body. But we tend to feel it really instantly as a chemical, those endorphins, cortisol, epinephrine, which go through the body from your brain, speeding out into the brain and down through the body, down through the main forces within the body. And it's negating your life force, that life force that drives you through your life. It negates it straight away within seconds of it happening. And it usually starts of a thought, what you're thinking, if it's internal. And every time you think, within a second, you get an emotion, and that comes into the body. So behind every thought is an emotion, a feeling that you get. And then behind that is the action. How do I react? Or will I be proactive or reactive? So these three are all very much linked together: our thinking, our emotions, and our actions. So if we think a thought, we feel the fear, and then we're living in fear. And this brings us down, negating that energy even further. And it really it starts to exasperate in the brain, because not only have you one thought now, it leads to all the other thoughts. All these negative things start linking in. And you'll know this if you suffer from stress, that everything becomes over exaggerated. Everything becomes larger. Things that you haven't thought about for years suddenly come back under a microscope and are in your mind. And it just becomes like you cannot see the wood for the trees. So we really have to address. So the first step I would say to you is take the stop technique, or try it. And try it now as I'm speaking, all the viewers here, and Christina helping us out today. So the first thing is, when you feel this feeling coming into you, is stop. Stress awareness, have the awareness, I need to stop. This feeling is taking me over. Stop yourself, come to a halt and command yourself, stop. And even to say the word to yourself, stop now. It's like you're saying to that little gremlin in your brain, stop sending these messages to me. And the next step you take is take a slow, steady, deep breath. So let's practice this together. And this has more than the benefit of working on stress and anxiety. This technique I'm going to share with you now is one of the most powerful tools, personal care tools you have in your personal care toolbox. It is the breath of life. And what it does is it not only helps your anxiety, it puts you back in your power, because it returns and renews the life force in your body. It also switches your energy on and connects you to who you truly are. Technology is wonderful, science is wonderful, but it's all taking us out of our bodies, away from who we are. We are disconnecting from this physical body, and sometimes we forget this body is breathing, and breath is life. And when we become mindful of our breath in any moment, at our computer, in our workspace, peeling the potatoes, peeling the onions, making a coffee, whenever you become aware of your body, of the awareness of your breath, you link back to your body, the power that is you. So this exercise I'm sharing with you, this stress technique, the stop technique, is going to help you on many, many levels. So very slowly and gently, feet on the floor now, and join your thumb and first finger together. This is your anchoring technique for your body. Every time you feel stressed, take your finger and thumb together, and this is a signal for your brain to relax. And gently and slowly breathe through your nose, expanding your belly, expanding your chest. Just not raising your shoulders, drawing that breath in. Hold it now for the count of 5. And when you need to expel it, do it through a tiny little hole in your lips. And push that breath out of your body and down through your body. Pause for 5 again. Pause for 5. And when you take a new breath, draw it in slowly, steadily, expanding your body 360 degrees, out those ribs on the front, back and sides. Hold that breath again. Feel it building inside you. Feel that reconnection happening now on your second breath. And when you're ready, again, through that small hole in your lips. And this time be aware that you're pushing out your belly. And when you push out your belly, you connect to your self-resilience. You connect to your power within you. Hold and pause for the count of 5. When you're ready, our final third breath, drawing that breath in for the count of 5. Slowly, steadily, no forcing. And hold that breath for the count of 5. And again, blow it out. And I can see Christina practicing. And you can bring your hands down to your thighs. Relax. Now just allow your breath to settle. Refocus on your breath. So observe your thoughts now. What emotions are present? How does your body feel? And tune in and welcome anything that arises. If that fight, flight, or freeze feeling is still within you, practice the stop technique again. And this time be very conscious of doing it very slowly, consciously, following the awareness of that breath through the in-breath and through the out-breath. This is the most powerful technique. And finally, when you finish, place your left hand on your heart and a little smile on your face. Again, a trigger for the body that you are safe, you are present, and you are calm. And state those words out loud or in your mind. I am safe, I am present, and I am calm. And you will feel everything calming down. So I call it the 5 by 5 by 5 breath. Breathing in for the count of 5, holding for the count of 5, pausing for the count of 5. And that's the way you do it. Practice it, guys. It really, really works. It's a powerful tool we hold within ourselves, as we have many tools. So what is our stress? What types of stress do we meet? So we meet acute stress. It's the body's response to circumstances. Episodic stress, the body's response to frequently occurring stress. Things that are happening all the time as episodes, every day, every week, every month, whatever it is. And then we have chronic stress, the ongoing effect of stress, stress that is occurring on an ongoing basis. Maybe you have a lack of sleep because of a small child. Maybe you're living with somebody that isn't so nice to live with. Maybe you're working with somebody that isn't nice to work with. Whatever it is, it's ongoing. So these are the different types of stress that can be triggered in your body. And that leads to all these physical symptoms that we all know about. For some, it starts in their head, and then the tension on the muscles in their neck, their head, their neck, their shoulders, their arms. They get this heaviness, the digestive system. We know from research that food and mood are connected. So if our digestive system is affected by any type of stress, even eating foods that stress us, it will lead to stress in our mind and in our brain. Some people find chest pains, rapid heart rate, heart issues can occur, especially with women after menopause. It has been shown through science more women suffer from heart issues after menopause because they've been suffering and juggling 20,000 balls all their life, and age 50, 60 hits and boom, they have heart issues. Breathing issues, asthma, breathing issues where you have palpitations, you can't breathe properly, you have fight or flight responses in your body. You have this breathing where you're getting panicky all the time, like a panic attack. These issues occur from stress. Then it can come down and into the muscles, into your bones, tissues, and tendons. Fibromyalgia is usually emotionally based from stress. And this can be carried through your life. I meet clients that have fibromyalgia for 50 years. They're carrying these emotions in their bodies, all from stress. Difficulty falling or sleeping. So falling asleep, that exercise I gave you, that breathing exercise, that message to your mind to relax the body, let go of your day. If you're not sleeping, nothing will function in your body. It's key for renewal of the body's systems. If you're not sleeping, it's a huge alarm bell in your body. Get your sleep sorted. That's another great topic. And, you know, staying asleep for a lot of people is a huge issue. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, practice your breathing. Fatigue, exhaustion follows stress because you're literally burned out, you're worn out. And this stress can exacerbate into burnout, as we know. Our immune system is affected because our immune system is challenged. Our life force is challenged. Therefore, all our organs are challenged, and we are challenged as individuals in relation to our health. And for some, it's a loss of appetite. For some, it's overeating, comfort eating. So that can affect our energy flow through the body. So all of these symptoms we know about. Then we have other symptoms, the flow of information, particularly when you want to work and perform. That flow of information, that innovation that we get in the vital energy of the brain is affected. The prefrontal cortex, our information for receiving information, is all blocked off. We can't assimilate information. We can't remember things from the back of our brain. So everything, all our motor cortexes are affected. All our flow of information is affected when we're stressed. So you wonder why you can't perform well. You can't be innovative, productive, and thinking of all these new concepts. That can be the effect of stress. The main thing is that you know what to do, which direction to take. And also know that stress can have a good thing, because sometimes some stress motivates us, gets us off our butt to get up and do something with our life. So it makes us look at ourselves, forces us to look at where we're living and how we're living. Are we living to work? Are we living dream lives? Are we following our bliss in our job? Do we love what we do? Do we have a passion for life? Life is so short. We need to have a passion for life. So we need to find a direction. Which direction do I need to save myself in? Do I need to go right or left to save myself? And that's the next step. Manage your stress. Get back down to that calm level to manage your stress. Get an action plan in place. The first most important person in your life is yourself. No matter what, no matter you have children, you have a lover, you have your family, your husband, your whatever, you need to take care of yourself. That is the number one. So that's the first step in your action plan. Practice resilience. We have lots of tools for resilience. I'm going to share some of them with you. We spoke about anger, letting go of that anger. It really binds us. Start with a single step. Don't try and do too much too fast. Just start little by little by little. The brain needs you to integrate new habits gently. So we need to do it over a monthly period. We need to give our body the opportunity to accept these new habits. Our brain doesn't like to accept new habits. It takes a while because it goes, is this safe for you now? I don't know about that. So take it easy. Just introduce new things little by little. Focus on the positives. Look at all the blessings you have in your life. At the moment, we are in the energy of the Aries new moon, and it's all about new beginnings. Aries is the goat, the first sign of the astrological signs. So it's like the beginning of the year again. This is the start of the astrological 12 months. And for all of us, it's like a new beginning. So look at the positives. I can reset myself again. All those plans I made in January that went off the wayside, I can start again with this new energy, express gratitude for where I'm at, all the pluses in my life, honoring myself for who I am and how far I've come. So always look for the positives. There's always positives. All we have to do is look out at nature and find the positives. Draw strength from others. Connect with your like-minded tribe. Connect with your like-minded people. Connect with other people. That's drawing the strength from others that will help you get through. You could say one word to a person and they say to you, that one word has turned a light switch on for me today. And that's how we guide one another. We're here for one another. Connection for all of us, as we've seen. And Christine and I were speaking about this before we came live. You know, connection is so important for us all. We're so blessed to have our Zoom connections, but we need a connection with one another through our conversations, to know we're there for one another. It's so important. And recognize that you have a choice. You always have a choice on how you're going to react or act. You know, that's so important. I have a transitional pyramid that I share with my clients. So I start at the top and say, this is your brain up here. Recognize where you need to go, what you need to do. Find a resolution. We're going to talk about those now. Get those into a routine and make them a ritual. Because we know when you make a routine and a ritual, everything a ritual, the brain, the body, everything changes when you make it a ritual. So turn on your relaxation responses. The first thing is to keep calm. To tell yourself, I am calm, I am safe, I am free of fear. Breathe as we did, breathe into your body. Exercise, we know through science, moving your body creates new serotonin, happy hormones when you were a child, jumping on your mother's bed, jumping on the trampoline. We still as adults, if people know me, they know we jump on the trampoline. So that produces all these happy hormones that we have. Get out there, exercise, move, shift all that negativity out of your body. Movement is life. When we move, we groove. Also sleep, I've spoken about the importance of sleep. Hydrate your body. We need our water. We need to hydrate our body. Dis-ease, disorder settles into a dehydrated body. So look at your water and really up your water intake. Eat nutritional life energy foods. I said to you, food and mood are connected. Whatever you're eating in your gut, how your gut is performing with its microbiomes is affecting your brain. So look at what food, how you're fueling your body. Look at that food. Also, mindfulness is another way, and meditation. And I'll talk about that in a moment. As I said, positive focus. Find a focus and be positive around that focus. So relax and get out into nature. So important to get out into nature. Have some fun. We sometimes forget to have fun. So have some fun. It's really important. Find those helpful techniques that are going to work for you. We are all different. Everybody has their different way. So please find your techniques that work for you. Emotional freedom therapy, EFT it's known as, also cognitive behavioral therapy. All these techniques which help the mind can really work so well for some people. Document your stressors. Some people find by writing it down really, really helps them. That can also help you. And time management is so important for so many people because they do find when they're not managing their time, that's putting extra pressure, extra stress on them. So time manage. We've also seen that reading. If you were following me on Instagram this morning, you will know that a great tool for relaxing your mind and body is reading. Studies have shown that by just sitting and reading a book, your stress reduces by 68%. That's a big, big plus. So try and read as well. I get my clients to use this sheet here. You might like to take a note of it or take a photograph of it. What I do is get people to write down what are my top 5 stressors. What are the top 5 things I'm doing in my life now that are causing me stress? And when they look at these 5, I say, can you remove any of them? Can you reduce any of them? And can you live with them? If you can't live with them, you've got to change them. And this is a great way of emptying your mind. The Artist Way is a fantastic book, which is, if you've ever read it, it's about reawakening your creativity within yourself. But this lady that has written it talks about emptying out from your body and your mind. And it's clearing out the clutter through your mind, through your thinking. So I find this chart works really well with a lot of people. And sometimes a case that you do need to seek professional advice because you're trying everything yourself and you cannot seem to get out of this slump that you're in. And there's so much help out there now, even on Zoom, online. So please reach out to people if you feel you do need professional help. Now, here's another little technique for you to try. So this is called a finger technique. As you're sitting there now, if you're suffering from any of these emotions, worry, fear, anger, sadness, or your self-esteem, simply hold onto that digit for 30 seconds. Any of those emotions, as you're sitting, listening to me now, this is so powerful Again, we're connecting through our fingers with the organs in the body. Your worry, your fear, your anger, your sadness, and your self-esteem. They're all linked to organs in the body where we carry all our emotions. So by holding onto the digits for 30 seconds, simply 30 seconds, you could do it in the middle of a meeting if you're fearful about your boss asking you a particular question. You're worrying about what answer you give. You feel your self-esteem has dropped because somebody passed a comment. At any time, any situation, no one knows you're even doing it. This finger technique is a powerful tool that you have, again, within your body. Try it out. I personally find meditation wonderful. Meditation, whoops, there's definitely gremlins in here today. There's definitely some gremlins here. The meditation, look, the slides are all, anyway, don't worry about it. I'll continue here. Meditation helps you to get to know your invisible self. Meditation slows you. I don't know what's going on, Christina. There's a little gremlin in the system. Meditation is so wonderful for you. You will stress less and achieve more when you meditate. It's such a superpower. I call it my superpower, that it helps me connect with my invisible self. I have this physical body, but beyond my body is my superpower, this connection to spirit, to my intuition, to God. People often say, I have this insight. That's the connection you have to your higher self. So I urge you to connect with your higher self. And we only do that. We only do that through quiet times, through meditation, through contemplation. I'm going to just go back to see here. Can I go into that slide for you, Christina? So it helps you to come to know your invisible self. It increases your self-awareness. It keeps you mindful and in the present. We know we stress less when we're mindful. Stress less and achieve more. It heightens your productivity and your creativity. It reduces negative emotions and it increases your own patience and intolerance. So we have the time now. So I invite you now, we're going to experience a short meditation. And this is a meditation that I share with people I learned recently. It's called the Sedona method. And it's about just accepting where you're at. So this is a lovely thing to do in the middle of the day. Often when we accept where we're at now in our life, everything starts calming down. But when we keep fighting what's going on in our life, fighting this stress, going against it, it makes it worse. It feeds it, it gives it energy. So I invite you now to just sit in your chair and relax. Join your thumb and first finger together and place your hands down on your lap. And just, if you feel comfortable in your own space, close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Welcome this opportunity now to let go and release. Nothing is required of you now. Welcoming is the opposite of all forms of resistance, including change, fixing, elimination, escaping. With this concept of welcoming where you're at now, imagine or get a picture in your head what that is for you. What does welcoming look like for you? Just welcome the feelings that you're feeling now. And you don't need to share with anyone what you're welcoming. Just for now, I invite you to welcome whatever feeling you are feeling at this time. And if it is an overwhelming fear, emotion, struggle, issue, just state that issue in your mind. State that fear, that emotion, that struggle that you want to release. But could you also just welcome it in? Could you just allow yourself to focus on welcoming that emotion? And now please welcome any thoughts, feelings, pictures, sensations, sounds, labels, stories, judgments. conclusions, and anything else about this situation. Could you just welcome those in? And in this moment, could you just welcome any desire you have to fix it, to use it, to change it, to get rid of it, to make it real, to hold on to it, to eliminate it, or to escape from it. Could you just welcome any attachments you might have? Any ideas? And this might be about you or who you truly are. Any sense that this is yours or personal to you. Any identification you have with this. So being aware of your breath in this moment. How your body is breathing itself. Welcome that life force into every cell, into every atom, into your organs that are carrying those emotions, into your mind, into your tissues, tendons, and bones. Could you just welcome what is beyond this feeling? And could you welcome now, finally, the power that you are, the life force that you hold within this body, within this wonderful soul, and honor yourself in this moment for who you truly are. Welcome how far you've come on this journey, and welcome how far you are going to go. The excitement of the wondrous possibilities and probabilities of the life you have ahead of you. So in your mind's eye now, imagine that the sun is shining on you, coming in through all the windows and doors, and it's forming an egg-like shape around your body. And this is the golden light surrounding you now, making you more resilient, bringing in that life force in a deeper way into your body, protecting your energy field. And invite that light, that golden light, to fall ahead on your journey now, on your journey of life. So when you step off this Zoom call, you're stepping into a new life, new beginnings, a new bright future, surrounded by this beautiful golden energy, the Midas energy. So breathing into your body now, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Breathe in for a final time, flickering your eyes and awakening yourself to a brand new moment. So thank you so much to everybody. I thank you for your attention. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. That's my tagline. And I'm so delighted to be here today with Iconic Offices. They're really forward thinking and offering these lunch and learn sessions to everyone. If you want to follow me on any of the social media platforms, you'll find me on Instagram and Twitter, etc. And if you want to email me with any questions, you can see my email address here. So thank you so much to Christina and all the team. And thank you for being with me. Make it a great day.